Now we will go for the third question, which is same from your current affairs series. Okay, the third question is about the first multilateral block. The first multilateral block to declare climate emergency. To declare climate emergency. Okay, these two can be seem as a direct factual question. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that how can we apply the knowledge, the intuition to get a right answer. Okay, so that first option is about SARC, second option is about G4, third option C is that European Union, D is G20. While I was attending this question, I do not have any idea about which is the first block that have declared this climate emergency. Okay, so how I approached this question is like this. One thing I know about the G4 is that its mandate is to expand the UNSC, that is the United Nations Security Council. What a multilateral block with what an organization with a mandate of expanding the UNSC have to do with climate emergency? So that's a less probable option. I felt it like that's a less probable option. Okay, so I eliminated that option from that knowledge that I have. Okay, then the second thing what I did was SARC. We know that it is a block from South Asia. Of course, our nation India has more activities, more involvement in that SARC. Okay, so that if there is something related to SARC and this climate emergency, we must have been heard of, because in the newspaper it must be there in the first pages, because India will have a hand in declaring climate emergency with SARC. Okay, but I haven't heard about something like that SARC and climate emergency. I haven't heard of. So that cannot be true, because that is what I told about. You told about the knowledge that you accumulated from the preparation process, because you have been reading the newspaper for a last, at least for a last 6 months. Okay, so it was not there, so that SAR cannot be the answer. But if it was there, I should have been aware of that. Okay, so that I eliminated that option too. Of course, then there comes the G20 last one. Of course, India is a member in that, but if there is something related to G20, it should have been there in the first paper of the newspaper itself. Also, one more thing that I struck in my mind is that USA, the United States of America, is also a member in G20. Recently, the Trump administration has decided to get back from the Paris climate deal. You should have heard about that. So that is, America has less, they are less conscious about this climate-related events. They are leaving from the Paris climate deals and all. So a country with that mandate in their administration, whether a bloc with them will declare a climate emergency. So it's a weird guess. Okay, it's not a right strategy for answering the question, but if you want to answer a question somehow, then you can use techniques like this. Okay, this is what I felt while I am attending this question. Okay, so okay, so then I less chance for G20. I gave less chance for G20 to. Then the only one remaining is EU. There is not much problem with EU, because EU, they have a lot of climate related things are there in the facts are there discussed in EU and all. So that I went for option C, and it was of course the right answer. That's why I said the intuitions cannot be wrong. You can go for that, because it may go wrong in some situations, but of course not at all. More than 50% of chances it will go right. Okay, so that's how I answered that question.